So now I'm going to talk about the man Min Aung Hlaing. Um, this name may have come up here more recently because he is the leader of the Myanmar army, the Myanmar military, and has been for 8-ish years. If you'd heard about him before the um, the military coup on February 1st of 2021, it might have been because of the Rohingya crisis. He is the man who masterminded that whole thing. And in that time, he was essentially he was sanctioned by by many foreign governments because of his role and the role that the military obviously played in that, him leading them. But um, now he's essentially the leader of Myanmar. He's assumed the office. So a little bit about Min Aung Hlaing. Min Aung Hlaing is 64 years old, which means that he is 1 year shy of being um, put into forced retirement. He has kind of, I guess, over the years shown that he has this, had wanted to move into politics. And so there's thought out there that this is one of the reasons for the coup, for sure. Certainly could be a way for him to just like move right in, essentially. His history, he's been in the military. He's known as this kind of like quiet, ruthless kind of guy. When you see the memes and the artwork that depicts him in from the Myanmar art scene that has been like the anti-coup sort of protest movement, you'll often see him as being this like really small, like almost childlike person. And this has to do with the fact that he's of small stature and the assumption or the presumption that he's got some sort of like little man syndrome sort of thing that's going on. He is known to be absolutely, I mean, with so much of what he's done, absolutely brutal. Um, and not only that, but extraordinarily corrupt. He and his family members are extremely wealthy because of his position in the army and all of the companies that the army owns. So the military isn't just like some little branch of the government. The military is like a business conglomerate, owns some of the biggest companies in the country, including for some brands that you would know, Myanmar beer and working with international companies too. So, his children, for example, have these big companies and have been making a bunch of money. And they have been targeted more recently in the last couple of weeks by some international sanctions in the same way that their father, has been too. We'll probably see in the next bits and pieces that the sanctions start to target the companies in particular. And for some people, they think that targeting these companies will be one of the big steps to help like turn the tide essentially. Because if the companies run out of money, then the military kind of runs out of money. Um, and the military can't buy um, big guns and bombs and all that from most often the Chinese and the Russians.